Welcome to another video from Gradelink websites. In this video, we'll go through some tips and tricks for staff directory and how to manage it, as well as some recommendations. So looking at the staff directory here on Cornerstone Christian Academy, one recommendation is make sure that you use images that are all sized the same prior to uploading into the WordPress media library. Otherwise, you'll get different sizes of images appearing in the directory. You also want to make sure that you use higher quality images in order to make sure that they show up correctly. And then you also want to use make sure that categories of staff members are assigned properly, so that they show up in the correct directory. If we go into the visual builder, you'll notice that the directory is actually pulling in from another part of the website. It's a dynamic directory. So what you have here is what we call an archive loop or Divi machine. It's pulling in custom post types in a specific format with a specific layout into this page area. And there are filters set in place so that you can see under loop options this terms. It's set to include only the staff categories. And if we go on the back end of the website here and we look at faculty and staff, this tab right here, you notice that there's staff and board member categories, as well as administration. So as you're adding new staff, faculty and staff, or editing profiles, the place where those are set to show up is determined by the faculty and staff categories over here. So if you have staff checked, it'll only show up in the staff section. If you have administration and staff checked, it'll show up in both places. Simultaneously, if you have board member checked and the other ones are checked as well, it'll show up in both places. And if you only have board member checked, then it'll show up there. So the recommendation is check all the categories, make sure they're set properly, and that they match the staff that are set here. So our staff contains only staff. Administration, if you want to include a different category with administration, what you can do is actually duplicate the existing one of the existing directory modules or archive loops and move it under here, and then we'll just change the filter by going into the module settings, then scroll all the way down to loop options, terms, and then include the slug comma separated categories of the category. So if you're not sure what that is, then go under faculty and staff, click on categories, and you'll see the slug over right here. So looks like the slug for administration is admin. So we'll make sure that admin is in there, and then we could click save. And now any custom posts under the faculty and staff categories that are in the admin category will now show up in our administration section. That pretty much covers all the tips and tricks that you want for faculty and staff. If you have any additional questions on this, please reach out to Gradelink website support.